Hey, what's up guys? It's Jake aka Tag, and today we're back at it again with a new meta, Royal Hogs Mortar Rocket deck. And usually Mortar does not end up having Rocket, but it's so solid in this deck for Rocket cycling if your Royal Hogs cannot break through. You have amazing defensive capabilities with the splitting of the Rascals, the Archers, and you always have something to cycle in the back, so that's why I like this deck. You're never really waiting. When you're playing Golem decks or Pekka decks, you quite often cannot cycle a single card, but with this deck, you can always split something in the back or cycle with a Bar Barrel or the Snowball in the tower, and you can always keep the game going. So let's go jump straight into some games and hopefully we can assert some dominance. Alright, we're gonna end up going in for good luck here. We're gonna see what's up, see what's popping. Definitely wanna go kick off the game with Rascals, and he's gonna go spam me with a bandit. So we're gonna end up going for skeletons here. Rascals should be able to help us out, and that should not get a single hit on our tower. So what do you have in store for us, brother? You're gonna end up going in for a Electro Wizard. So when we see Electro Wizard and Bandit, we are thinking Pekka. So I actually want to go opposite lane, and I want to spam them all in the same lane because he's probably only gonna end up having a Poison or a Lightning with this Pekka. Usually, they never end up having a Fireball. So I need to end up going for a Bar Barrel here, so then the Baby Dragon does not hit our tower. Please, Baby Dragon, have mercy on our soul. And it does belch our tower, unfortunately, so now he can Bar Barrel us. I don't really want to drop skeletons right now as a result. I'm going to, though. Then I'm actually going to go for a Giant Snowball as well. Hopefully we can kill everything. And the Mortar locks on. Let's go. What an amazing start. So we have to go for Archers here to clip that Baby Dragon. And I also want to go for Bar Barrel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit his Bar Barrel. Oh, come on. Tank for the Baby Dragon. Let's go. Those interactions were amazing for us. That's what I'm talking about. That's the start that we need. That's the start we deserve. And I think we're kicking off this game super strong. So he did just go for the Bar Barrel, so I can end up defending the Skeletons and Rascals when he ends up going in for the Pekka. So he should not be able to break through this. We'll see, though. So I want to go for Rascals early. So then we get the damage. Then I want to go for Skeletons immediately after. Notice how the Pekka's hitting that instead. It's going to go Snowball, though. And then the Mortar locks on top of the tower. Very cool. Bandit should die. And then the Pekka will also die. And then we should be able to get some okay counter push as well. Let's go in for our Royal Hogs. Make him Bar Barrel. He's going to have to Bar Barrel now. And that is not going to kill the Archers immediately. So the Archers should be able to lock on top of the Baby Dragon, getting us even more damage. So now I'm faced with a situation. Do I want to Bar Barrel here? And I think the answer is yes. So let me lock on the Baby Dragon. Don't take up a certain amount of damage again. He doesn't have Bar Barrel and Cycle, so we're going to end up going for Rascals here. He probably has Lightning with this deck and not Poison. End up going in for Skeletons here. End up going in for Archers. And I really want to go for a Juicy Rocket. I was hoping that he would Ram Rider, but I think we're able to hit almost everything. And that's what I'm talking about, boys. That's some good stuff. So all we need to do is go for Rascals, and the Pekka is not going to hit our tower. Very cool start for us. What an amazing game so far. So he's going to go Pekka, so I actually want to go for Skeletons here. Going for Archers in the back. Get ready and raring to go on defense. Because he's probably going to end up going for a Ram Rider. That's at least what I would expect from him. Notice how I end up going in for my Rascals really low, so when he ends up going in for the Bar Barrel, it never hits that far. And then I can start rocketing him out if I really want to. Could also end up going in for Royal Hogs, since, he doesn't have a great way of killing it, and he only ends up having Battle Ram. He doesn't even end up having the Ram Rider. So if we get a couple hits here, we could be able to win the game. So those Rascals are not hitting that Battle Ram, but doing so well still. Let's go in for another Mortar on defense. Could rocket everything. Oh, the Electro Wizard barely got out of the way. It got pushed at the last second, unfortunately. And that shouldn't even get a hit. It might, but I don't think it does. We go for a Snowball to slow everything down, and I think we should be able to walk away with the W if we get a couple hits with those pigs. One more, give it to Daddy. That's it. So we just need a Snowball here, and we win the game. So it was a pleasure playing against you, man. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. That is how you defeat Pekka. It's pretty easy. You just end up dropping your Rascals really low. Whenever they have Bar Barrel, they can never hit Rascals on defense, and that's how you win games super easily with this deck. Peace out, man. Anyway, we're going to go kick off the game, and we end up seeing a Mega Minion, and we end up seeing an Ice Golem. So this is probably going to end up being a Tornado deck with, I would say, Expo Rocket Tornado. So the reason being, we see the log and we don't see Bar Barrel. If we saw Bar Barrel, I would be thinking, hey, you know what he's got? He's got the special sauce of Graveyard. We're just going to go Rocket everything here. Yes, he's going to get a lot of chip damage with Expo, but there really isn't anything we can do about it. Ever since the Expo got a buff, it is super obnoxious. So the Expo is going to get so much more damage when you Rocket it just because of the HP increase. Hopefully we can win this game. We're going to try our absolute hardest to win, boys. So we know that his rocket is going to be in the cycle. He doesn't really want to rocket a mortar. Maybe he does. Maybe he assumes that we drop something in front of it. He's not really planning on doing that, I guess. Can I end up going for skeletons just to bide our time a little bit longer? Then I can end up going for rascals. He could log these, but they will kill the Mega Minion. And he actually misses one. Let's go. So we ended up going in for our Bar Barrel right on top of the Ice Wizard. If the Ice Wizard dies, then I feel very confident going in for Hogs. Yep, I'm going to do it. Since the Rascal will stay alive, and maybe we even kill the Mega Minion with the Rascal. The thing is, I hate going in for split Royal Hogs when you know that your opponent has NATO. Because then they can just NATO it directly to the King Tower and take very little damage. So, if you guys notice what I've been doing, I always have the predilection of going in the same lane against this opponent that does not end up having Valkyrie. If he just ends up having an Ice Golem, he ends up having Rocket, you know, I'm going to end up going for my Royal Hog same lane, and you're going to have issues pulling them all to the King Tower. Or you're going to take a lot of damage doing so. So, that's what we're going to go for. We're going to end up going for Skeletons here in case he ends up going for Mega Minion. Then we want to end up going for Archers, Barbed Barrel right on top. And I think I want to end up going for a Giant Snowball as well. We kill the Ice Golem. Then we also redirect the Mega Minion. I wonder if we get a Mortar hit as a result. Oh man, I was so greedy. I was so optimistic. So I actually want to end up going for a Rocket on top of the Defensive Expo. I know that looks a little bit weird, but it is the correct play, guys. Trust me here. Whenever you see a defensive expo and you don't kill it, they can set up an offensive expo by using that defensive one to protect their other one. So, very important that you do that. I'm actually going to end up going in for a rocket again on defense. Hopefully we end up hitting everything. Looks like we end up missing the Mega Minion. It's okay because I can end up going in for a Snowball if I really want to, but I'd rather just eat the hit, conserve Elixir, and then go for Royal Hogs plus Snowball here. Maybe we get a defensive expo. If he doesn't drop a defensive expo, I'm pretty sure we win the game with our next rocket. So, yep. Those Royal Hogs are going to spell doom for him quite literally. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you, but now we just rocket you out. I love this deck. I think it's so good against Expo, even when they have a lot of spells. You just split your Rascals, or you don't use them unless you're trying to kill a Mega Minion. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. I'm going to end up going in for Archers in the back here. We're going to see what's up. We're going to see what's popping. This guy is dropping absolutely nothing. So we're going to relax. Oh, never mind. You decided to go in for the Lava Hound. So what we really like doing... So we love going for Royal Hogs opposite lane. Maybe we bait out a Fireball, but they usually never have Log. So as a result, he's maybe going to have Barbed Barrel after seeing the Snowball. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's just running Clone. And yeah, he's probably just running Clone. And as a result, I just want to go for Rascals. So then we can kill those bats really quickly. I'm going to end up going in for a Barbed Barrel. So then we can potentially go and kite that Baby Dragon. And then I should be able to deal with everything pretty easily with Skeletons, Archers, and... I don't really feel comfortable going for Royal Hogs here yet. I think that we should be fine just taking a little bit amount of damage. And after he's zapped as well. So he's got Zap and Snowball. Super interesting. He might end up having Skarmy. Yeah, if he does, then we just Snowball. Just waiting for that. We ended up missing a couple Skeletons that would have been Tower for sure if I hit everything. I missed one Skeleton. That little area that could, man. But usually, when they end up having a Snowball and they end up having Baby Dragon and Flying Machine, they probably will end up having Clones. So... obviously, my Rocket doesn't do so well in this situation. But he does not end up having Barbed Barrel. He only ends up having a simple, easy to deal with Zap. The Zap does not do anything for him. So that's great for us, because then he cannot end up hitting the Rascals. I can just drop my Rascals same lane as him and not really worry about the ramifications. I'm going to cycle my Rascals before I drop my Royal Hogs, because I want to get back to them. I'm going to go for Royal Hogs here. Hopefully we can bait out a lot of Elixirs, so he's not able to just... Tower trade us. That would be kind of unfortunate. Yeah, great. This is exactly what we want. The Rascals are going to chip away on top of the Lava Hound. The Lumberjack should end up dying, and we might be able to even kite the Baby Dragon as we did before. So we're going to end up going for Skeletons here. Going for another set of Rascals. Imagine I went in for the Royal Hogs first. I would have had to cycle my Royal Hogs, and then my Rascals would be in hand, and now I would have just had enough Elixir for the Rascals. So it's really important to understand what cards you're cycling first and which demands precedence. As you guys just saw, cycling the Rascals before I cycled the Royal Hogs on offense allowed me a much better defense and allowed me to defend with minimal damage. Just going to keep going for the Barbed Barrel so then we can go and kite the Baby Dragon opposite lane again. Splitting the Rascals is really good. Then I'm going to end up going for a Mortar. And I actually want to do something different that most people would not do. I'm going to go for a Rocket. And that Rocket's going to give me a ton of value, being able to cripple the Flying Machine. The Flying Machine is too risky for me to deal with. Imagine I went in for Rascals right on top. The Rascals could get pummeled, and they wouldn't be able to survive if he kills them really, really quick. If he just demands all of his attention on top of that. Like, he could spam the river with, like, Lumberjack, whatever he wants, and he could just take me out. And if he kills those Rascals, I lose the game. So the Rascals always need to be a little bit deeper into my defense, closer to my tower, more protected. Anyway, GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. We're gonna end up going for Skeletons in the back. We're gonna see what's up. Gonna go for Archers here. Got a game against Taylor Swift. What's up? What's poppin'? The Taylor Swift is gonna end up going for the Ice Golem. And I can end up going in for Royal Hogs here. Ooh, this is looking like it's going to be 2.9, guys. So we got a game against 2.9 for sure here. Fireball coming down as well. Royal Hogs are not going to get any damage, really. And I probably want to end up splitting. Nope, we're going to go for the Rocket. Big Rocket of Justice. Ended up hitting that Archer, the only thing that was pretty important there. Otherwise, the Archer behind the Ice Golem would get a significant amount of damage. Probably 2 or 3 hits. I can't really afford that. Especially with the Ice Golem slowing down our tower. Go Barbell right on top to make sure that we kill that Ice Spirit so it doesn't connect. And he's trying to cycle back pretty vigorously, isn't he? I'm going for Skeletons first. Archers afterward. And then I'd love to go in for Royal Hogs here. And I'd love to split them in the middle because he's probably going to go for a Tesla, so that immediately gets on top of the Tesla. See if he drops it. Okay, yeah, there's a Tesla. We're actually going to go for a Snowball here as well. I think we get more damage as a result. And wow, very cool, man. So you're going to play really aggressive here. We're just going to end up going for a defensive mortar and use a Barb Barrel, and that should be enough to clean up the Expo push. So he could fireball that, but obviously the Archer is going to die because the mortar ended up redirecting on that instead of Ice Golem, since the Ice Golem gets too close. This deck really destroys Expo decks, doesn't it, man? The ultimate siege killer that is actually a siege deck. So I'm going to end up going and splitting my Rascals, and I have Royal Hogs to go and drop. Split them, actually, if he ends up going in for a Expo immediately. Actually, I want to go for a Rocket again. Let's just do that. And then I can end up splitting Royal Hogs here. Going for a Mortar opposite lane, because if he fireballs, then he's not going to get damage on the side that he wants. And, okay, he's going to end up going for Tesla. So, I mean, if you use that Tesla, you're going to be going on the side that you don't really care about anyway, so it's good for us. Really waiting for offensive logs. Just hasn't done it, really. I'm going to keep splitting Rascals passively. That's a result. So then if he logs, he's not going to hit everything. Then we end up going for Royal Hogs here. Going to go for our offensive Mortar. We're just going to keep playing aggressive right now, making sure that we don't leak any Elixir. I could Snowball that, but it's not really worth it. Rather go for a Barb Barrel. End up hitting that Ice Spirit and the Archers here. End up going for a Rocket. Make sure that we clean everything up. So unfortunately, that Archer is getting so much damage. So I have to Snowball it back. We did get a hit on the other side, so that's great for us. Gonna wait. Skeletons here. Be the play. Gonna end up dropping our Rascals, so then they split. Very cool, so he's not able to hit with a log. End up going for Royal Hogs here. Hopefully we are able to break through with this Mortar. We're just keeping up the aggression, so then our opponent just does not know what to do. He's going to go for a log, so now it's out of cycle of the Rascals. Very cool. Mortar locks on. We're going to end up going for Archers here as well. And I kind of want to just keep up the aggression here. He's probably going to end up going in for a Tesla, so we want to go for Skeletons here. Did not. Huh. If you go Expo, we end up going in. Piglets should be able to deny any damage here on top of that Mortar, but you do Fireball. Notice how I keep splitting the Rascals. I never end up dropping them same lane. So then when he logs, he only hits 2. And then we still get a Rascal point on the side that we want. Skeletons, because he ended up going for the log, we can distract. Hopefully we can kill a Tesla now. Super important to make sure that you distract. The Skeletons are so great. So you're never able to kill them. And I'm splitting Rascals soon again. Do we split our Royal Hogs? Okay, so this is a situation where I feel like I can go for the double Rocket cycle. I'm cycling it before the defensive Mortar. He's going to go for an Expo, and then we just go Barb Barrel here. Yep, Skeletons here as well. Should be able to walk away with the W. Even going to go for the Archers. We're back to the Rocket, and that should be a good game. It's a pleasure playing against you, man. Good luck in the rest of your grand challenge. This deck utterly demolishes any siege deck, whether it's Expo for the actual 2.9 Expo. We got you covered. GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. Pleasure playing against you, man. We're gonna go sauce out skeletons here. We're gonna see what's up and drop a good luck here. What is up, my man? We're gonna end up going for skeletons here and archers, and you're gonna go for the goblin gang. Splitting it, probably gonna be a bait deck, whether it's gonna be a goblin barrel bait or a mortar bait, I have yet to see. And seeing the princess means that I'm just gonna go rocket you, man. I'm gonna get you rolling out right out of the gate. We know that you're gonna end up going in for a barb barrel, or no, you're not even gonna log that, right? It's just gonna die. Okay. Yeah, you're just going to take that damage. And then you're going to go for the Goblin Barrel on the other side. We have Barb Barrel in hand, so we're fine. This is actually going really well. He still took that Archer hit. Usually most people don't do that. Especially when you know that I'm just going to rocket right out of the gate. I am running a chip deck, so every ounce of damage matters. I could Mortar here, so then Princess hopefully locks on that. It does not, though. It hits the Rascal, unfortunately. But the Mortar should be able to kill the Princess afterward. So that's what I'm banking on. And the Princess dies, and then he has to drop an Inferno Tower or something, depending on what he has. Such a good start for us. I love these starts. We're able to rocket a Princess right out of the gate. We know what his deck is, so we're not really too scared. Obviously, if he has Princess and he has Knight and Goblin Gang, it's not going to be a very offensive deck. It is going to be constrained to the very real parameters of a log bait deck. We end up going in for Rascals here, and I mean, the most offensive thing that he has is a Prince, and we have Skeletons, Rascals. We have a lot of answers to it, guys, so not too big of an issue. We go Barb Barrel here, since we do end up having a Snowball to nullify all damage, so I'm pretty okay with that, and the Barb Barrel is actually going to get 2 hits here, so I thought it was well worth it. Look at the Rascals on the right-hand side, because he just didn't have Elixir. That's brutal, man. If you're ever faced with a situation where you have to end up going for a Knight to deny damage from the Barb Barrel, you probably don't do that if there's Rascals attacking the other side, so yeah, that Barb Barrel, opposed to dropping a Snowball, just granted us so much damage on the right-hand side because he was just spread so thin on Elixir. It's going to be a negative trade as well, so I'm very comfortable with our situation. I'm actually just going to straight up rocket here because of how happy I am with our situation. Then we're going to go Barb Barrel. Ice Spirit even targets on top of the Barbarian. I think the Princess dies here. The Skeletons. Very cool. So then we end up going for Archers. And in this situation, I feel very confident just cycling Defensive Mortars. We got a positive Elixir trade on offense here, and that's just insane to me. I'm going for another Barb Barrel here. Should not get a single hit. Mortar should redirect on top of the Princess. This is defensive. It's always good to do that. When you're playing Expo as well, I love doing that against log bait players. So we're just going to go in for a Snowball here, and then go for Rascals in the middle. Should be game-ending damage with another Rocket of Doom. So GG, well played, and peace out, Girl Scout. It was a pleasure playing against you. Good luck in the rest of your Grand Challenge session. But log bait is no match for this Mortar bait deck. Mortar is just so strong right now. Peace out, Girl Scout, and much love.